we'll take a look at a scale infrastructure, so your server infrastructure, your virtual machines, and the physical hardware that runs all of your server workload. And we'll look at the same type of thing. We'll simulate a failover of one of those pieces of hardware dying. That could be, again, a failover from an event that happens, bad RAM or something like that, or again, maintenance. You need to work on a power supply, you need to recable something, you can take a single node down. So we'll go take a look at that now.
We'll look at both a live failure of a system as well as then a live migration in order to do planned maintenance for an environment. So if we take a look here, we have a Windows endpoint that's up here, and we'll start a video inside of here that's going to start playing. And then we'll take this machine here and we'll simply migrate it over from one node to another. So if we select this machine here, we can choose which other node. I'm going to move it over to node 1. And you'll see here, this process starts running right here and lets you know that everything's in motion. Video and everything's still playing in the background. And this will migrate over and kick that workload over seamlessly to the second node, or the first node rather. In this case, it's an endpoint, but this would represent your server workload. So you can see here now, it's on the other node. The endpoint didn't even notice anything. Video's still playing. Connectivity's still all there for everything. We didn't lose connectivity from the console side. And so everything seamlessly failed over. It's just finalizing that RAM portion, and you can see now everything is all complete. All right, on this next one here, we're going to take a look at what would happen to simulate a failure. So a node goes down, you have a bad stick of RAM, power failure, some sort of other hardware failure, all the way up to including an entire motherboard failure. So we'll take a look here. We'll have this same machine that's running on node 1, and then we'll go ahead and simulate a failure. We're just going to disconnect this system, and we'll watch as this workload fails over from one to the other. So we'll get this video going here of this one just so you see that there's some movement and stuff happening in the background. And then we'll go ahead and watch as node 1 goes offline here and loses all its network connectivity. And so it'll take this workload and automatically go ahead and fail it over here in just a second and restart that from a high availability aspect. So it'll keep it running and bring it back up online on one of the other additional nodes. Oh, and joys of a live demo, I realized that I am on the node that we took offline. So I'm going to hit node 11, the secondary one here, and we'll sign back in. You'll see here I lost my connectivity to this one. And this one, the cluster now is in a critical state. Our redundancy is degraded. And then this machine should move back over right away over to another machine. See if we can come back online here once it starts. And then I've also reconnected this additional node, so we should see this come back online here as well and go from a critical state back to a healthy state. So see here, this one automatically failed over here to the third node. So everything's all set. It's powering back on. You can see that this first one shows as offline. And then once that connects back up, it will do its health checks and bring this back into a healthy state. So it's coming back up now. Here you can see that as the node rejoins the cluster, it's jumping back in, and it'll come back online. All of our health checks will clear, and it'll let us know it's back in a healthy state. So we'll give it just a second here to finish those checks, and then we'll have the node back in the cluster. That would simulate, in this case, either completing your maintenance task, or if there was an actual hardware failure, you replaced a stick of RAM, you replaced a failed power supplies, or reconnected to a failed UPS or things like that. This would be the state then as you get everything back online that would be fully functional and have your full redundancy across the entire cluster again. And there you have it. So we're back online here. This one doesn't show offline anymore. It shows that it's free and shows everything's all set. We can even finalize that by taking this, and if we wanted to force the virtual machine that we were working on here back over to that other node, it'll start running on that one again, and it's able to carry a workload, and everything is fully functional. So let this finish migrating here over to that node.
you go.
Everything moved over. This machine's still fully functional, and you're all set.